From WNEP, the news station, this is 2023, a look back.
Good evening, I'm Lisa Washington. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of Newswatch 16 at 5:30. We're taking a look back at some of our favorite stories of the year. We begin in the Poconos, where a dog impressed the country with his super speed. Newswatch 16's Amanda Eustace introduces us to Oliver, the miniature Schnauzer.
With perked up ears and his tongue hanging out, 3.5-year-old Oliver loves to play and run around outside in his yard in Pocono Township. The miniature Schnauzer is one of the most talented dogs in the United States. Oliver's competition name is Estimated Profit. He is the third fastest dog for his breed in the American Kennel Club's Fast Cat competition for 2022. Leah Hall is his handler and owner.
My other dogs do agility, so we tried to put him over some jumps, and he was like, no. He got super excited, would bite you and be crazy. But I noticed he was really fast.
That's when someone introduced Hall to the fast coursing abilities tests known as the Fast Cat. The competition is a 100-yard dash where dogs run one at a time, chasing a lure. Each pup runs 3 times, and its speeds are converted into miles per hour, then average. Oliver's speed? A whopping 24.6 miles per hour.
People can do Fast Cat. That's why it's so super popular. It's growing so much every day. Because if your dog has any prey drive at all to chase, you could do it.
While Oliver's handler says not much training goes into this, she does put a weighted vest on him and trains him to run uphill to help improve his skills. She believes the resistance training is what got Oliver invited to be featured on ESPN's Fast Dogs USA segment.
I can't even believe that he's number 3, let alone I got the email. I was so surprised. They were like, ESPN, Fastest Dogs USA, you're invited. They invited 25 dogs from the whole country. Yes, and my little red man is one of them.
Hall says while she loves to compete with Oliver, her favorite part is just spending time with her pal.
It's all about having a good time with your dog, being with your dog. I mean, the ribbons are great, but at the end of the day, it's you and your buddy, hanging out and having fun together.
Hall and Oliver leave Wednesday to head to South Carolina for the show's taping later this week. Amanda Eustace, Newswatch 16, Monroe County.
Not only fast, he's cute too. Students in Scranton improved their skills by reading to a dog. It's all part of a program at Howard Gardner Multiple Intelligence Charter School. Kindergartners spend their Thursdays after school reading to Charlie. Teachers say they're seeing improvements in students' reading skills.
All these generations now that are coming out of COVID and doing our best as a school to figure out how to meet the needs of the students so that they can gain and progress in their academics.
School officials hope to expand the Read to a Dog program in the future. A family of bears spent the winter underneath a woman's porch in Pike County. The Pennsylvania Game Commission set up a bear cam, and I'll admit, we tuned in a lot to watch the bear family grow. Mama Bear helped her 2 cubs explore the wild in March. This cub was checking out the stairs before taking a tumble. In April, the black bear family decided it was time to move on. This video shows one of their final moments below the deck here in Pike County. And speaking of bears, a chance encounter with one was caught on camera outside a home in Wyoming County. And the man had no idea that bear was only feet away. Newswatch 16's Courtney Harrison spoke with the family.
Ida Pace and her son David say they love living in the rural countryside near Falls in Wyoming County. The peace and quiet and the abundance of wildlife, from deer to birds and even a neighborhood bear. Ida says she's seen a bear before and has never really been too worried and keeps her distance.
I know they're afraid of us, for the most part. We've lived here since 2004 and we've seen many bear, and so we're used to it.
The Pace family has cameras outside their home. Last Thursday night, those cameras showed David sitting outside, enjoying the summer evening, scrolling through his phone, not looking up to see a black bear wander towards him.
About 8 feet away, just standing here staring at me. And I didn't hear him until he started to run.
Ida was inside and happened to look up at the screen that shows their cameras and noticed the bear, and knowing her son was outside.
I'm yelling, David, David. And I got up and I'm running into the mudroom as he's coming through the door, and his mom, the bear's in the yard. And I said, I know.
David says he's glad the bear got spooked and ran away because he knows the bear could have hurt him, but is disappointed he wasn't looking up to get a better look at the bear.
I'm looking out in case if he wants to come back. I'll be ready next time. I've been looking for the bear since May, honestly, and I can't believe he was standing. I still haven't seen him because I wasn't paying attention.
Every night now, I'm like, Dave, if you're going to sit outside, take the flashlight. Please keep flashing the light down there. See if, be aware of your surroundings. Don't be staring at your phone.
Courtney Harrison, Newswatch 16, Wyoming County.
Going to see the Super Bowl is a dream for most football fans. One fan has done just that 20 times over. Meet the man who's managed to go to every Super Bowl for more than 2 decades. Next. A Lackawanna County man is on a Super Bowl streak. For more than 2 decades, he hasn't missed any NFL championship games, and Super Bowl 57 was no exception. Here's the story from our Jack Culkin.
For many people, a trip to the Super Bowl is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Say that to Larry Spagar, and he'll say he's en route to have 26 of them.
Now this year, 2023, with Super Bowl 57, will be 26 years in a row. I started in 1998. I remember it very well.
Spagar's office is covered with just some of his ever-growing collection, each piece tied to a memory.
This one, I have a very vivid memory of being at the stadium, and the Colts were actually winning, right? They were favored in the game. The Colts were ahead. And then the Saints started battling back.
But before he was watching Super Bowls in person, Spagar's love for the game began at home.
Mom would be preparing the meal, and then everybody in the neighborhood was inside for Super Bowl Sunday. As I said, one of my favorite days of the year. That's where the love of Super Bowl Sunday started.
Spagar does not have a favorite team as he's heading into this upcoming Super Bowl. However, he's leaning toward a hometown favorite.
I think it's going to be a fantastic game, but something tells me deep down that this is the year of the Eagle.
While it's a little early to call a winner for Super Bowl 57, a safer bet would be on Spagar seeing the Lombardi Trophy raised for many years to come.
My ultimate goal would be hopefully to get to 50. If we could do 50 consecutive Super Bowls, that would be awesome.
Jack Culkin, Newswatch 16, Lackawanna County.
Someone in Schuylkill County has a passion for football too, college football. Ed Sirianni has gone to every Penn State football game, home and away, since September of 1982. He's driven about 130,000 miles, taken 33,000 flights and 4,100 trains to get to all of those games. He was recognized for his dedication to the team during halftime at the Penn State versus Michigan game back in November. It was his 500th game.
I was just sitting there like, what? Is this a dream, or is this really going to happen? And it was.
Sirianni says his new goal is to reach 750 Penn State football games. A man won not one, but 2 medals in the Special Olympics this year. We were there as the community welcomed home its champion. That's next on Newswatch 16's favorite stories of the year. The community turned out to celebrate an Olympic champion. Isaac Hobday won 2 medals at the Special Olympics in Germany. A parade welcomed him back to his hometown. And as Newswatch 16's Jack Culkin shows us, Isaac now has a day in his honor.
It was a champion's welcome home. Isaac Hobday was paraded through the streets of his hometown of Athens in Bradford County after winning gold and silver medals in this year's Special Olympics held in Berlin, Germany.
What I love is a 5K for the second place, then the 1500 first place with 5:26.
2 of Isaac's biggest fans are his father, Kenneth Ball, and grandmother, Denise Hibbert. The 2 say the medals hanging around Isaac's neck show that anyone can accomplish anything if they work hard enough.
They're all here to show support to a kid that not only earned it, but went above what anybody could have expected him to do and accomplished a goal that he set.
And when he was on the podium, he was congratulating, and he made sure he shook everybody's hand. And he did that even off the podium for events he wasn't involved in.
Your Olympic champion, Isaac Hobday.
The parade ended at Athens Area High School, where community members like Mike Henrich spoke about what it's like to see Isaac back home.
Yes, this parade is for Isaac, but in a big part, it's also for the community to celebrate his success.
At the end of the ceremony, Isaac was presented with a certificate from the Athens Township Board of Supervisors that will cement his accomplishments for decades to come.
I would like to proclaim today, June 29th, Isaac Holiday Day.
Now Isaac says it's time for a new goal, representing the USA in the Special Olympics in 2027. Jack Holkin, Newswatch 16, Bradford County.
Isaac Hadre saw another one of his dreams come true over the summer. He traveled to South Williamsport to throw out the first pitch at the Little League World Series.
Just the ball over the plate.
It's overwhelming. It's exciting. I'm proud of what he's accomplished, and it's like a culmination of his dreams. Because when he was playing Little League, he always hoped he would get here, and now he is.
After throwing the pitch, Isaac was recognized by the Pennsylvania Senate for his athletic accomplishments. One Little League team got some help from local businesses in Montour County. The banquet hall at the Pine Barn Inn in Mahoning Township was filled with games, drinks for the Little League team from Needville, Texas. The team's original plans were canceled, so the Danville community rallied to give them a proper night off.
Danville people are like the Needville people, man. They're a community, and they take care of their own, and they're treating us like their own.
The team told us the area's hospitality reminded them of home. Sometimes the weather can throw a wrench into plans. That happened over the summer at a farm in central Pennsylvania. How the community stepped up to help them recover after a storm. Next on our favorite stories of the year. Here's another one of our favorite stories. In September, the community came together to help a fruit farm that lost the majority of its apple crop after a hailstorm. They managed to turn it into something sweet while giving back to others. Newswatch 16's Nikki Kreis explains.
Green's Fruit Farm near Elysburg was set to have its best apple crop in 10 years, but that all changed in about 5 minutes. Last Thursday's hailstorm came and went quickly and caused a lot of damage to the apples. It wiped out the majority of the crop.
But there's still good apples out there, and Saturday night we were kind of just thinking, well, I don't know, is there anything we can do with them?
Owners Sarah and Bobby Ritzko say while the majority of the apples were dented or bruised, if they are picked within the next few days, they can be used for applesauce.
By making applesauce, we can deal with the rotten apples and preserve it and then send it out to the community that way.
The Ritzkos had employees, but had to send them home after losing their crop.
We're not going to get enough money out of these apples in order to pay them and make the finances work. So we're just so grateful that the community is allowing us to repurpose these and helping them benefit somebody.
After the Ritzkos' story aired on Newswatch 16, people from all over reached out. Many of their friends came to help pick apples. Joe Brokus of Elysburg was here all weekend.
They give back so much. I know them personally. I knew Bobby's grandfather, and they're great people.
We were astonished at the response we got. We had cars lined up all along the orchard. 30 or more people here with their families picking apples. We picked 450 bushel yesterday.
That's around 8,000 pounds of apples. The couple plans to donate the applesauce to the Central Pennsylvania Food Bank. If you'd like to support Green's Fruit Farm, they will sell apple butter and cider at the roadside stand on Route 487 and will have pick your own apples on Fridays and Saturdays for the time being. Nikki Kreis, Newswatch 16, Northumberland County.
And those are our favorite stories from 2023. Thank you for joining us. Remember, you can always find us at WNEP.com. WNEP Plus streams on Roku and Fire TV, and we're always on the free WNEP app. Newswatch 16 at 6 is next.